Yo, what is up guys? Today I will be doing a review of a Spyderco here. This is probably my favorite Spyderco, right now at least. And this is the extremely popular, but I really felt like I had to give my word for it because I just love it so much that I have to explain it to someone how much I love it. So decided I'd tell you guys because it's such an awesome knife. It really is. So if you don't want to watch the full video, let's make it short. Go buy yourself one if you can find them, in stock at least. They're really hard to find. They make small batches and they're so sought after that right when they are being sold, they are pretty much wiped out. And I was lucky enough to grab the last one. This was the last one out of any coloration too. They had this one, black G10, you know, all the colorations that they have that are the normal production ones. This is the last one they had, and that's lucky because I didn't want any other one. I just wanted a digi-cam handle. So my ultimate was the digi-cam with the DLC coating, but as long as I got the digi-cam handle version, it was okay. And this is all that was left, so I was pretty lucky. So I was able to get one, so yeah. So let's get into it. Point of use is going to be an EDC knife for sure. An EDC knife and just strictly a hard use tactical, a emergency defensive, and think about this, a food prep knife because of that blade shape. It just really nice food prep, anything really. It's such a well-rounded knife. EDC, hard use tactical because the traction plan, how big it is, the jimping, everything about this, emergency defensive knife even. So yeah, and backing that up, let's get into size. This has a 3.4 inch blade. Closed, we're looking at a 4.8 inch blade. Overall, we're looking at a 8.2 inch blade. And the weight, that's such a big thing about this knife because it is a pretty big knife if you're going to be having it in your pocket. Not too big for me, it's completely fine. But I definitely like, I mean, it's definitely a bigger knife if you're not used to it. If you're used to, you know, more like knives like this, the Cryo, it's definitely bigger than that, and I can compare those later. But the weight is only 3.9 ounces, so it's pretty light for the size. So that is one cool thing. The steel is also CPM S30V, and this is my first knife with CPM S30V. I do have just S30V blades. Actually, I have two. The one that I'm showing you is a G10 Griptilian. Let's see here if it wants to show you. Let's zoom in on it for you. But the other knife that I have that has S30V on it is the Zero Tolerance 0350. There we go, S30V. This is the sprint run version. So that's why it has S30V and not 154 cm. But the other knife is a Zero Tolerance 0350 that has S30V, and other than that, that's all I have for S30V. But I've never had CPM S30V. So this is a new experience for me, and I am kind of excited to see how it stacks up against regular S30V. Even though I already know this is going to be better just by the what it is on paper. So at least on paper, yeah. But the stats, that is. But it's so far it's been a great knife and a great blade seal. The blade is a full flat ground blade, which is really attractive on knives in my opinion. It makes it look super good and it's functional. It gives you that real thin. That's why it can also be labeled as a food prep knife. Let's get into speed. This knife is really fast at deploying it if you do it right. It's not really hard either though. Just the the simple thumb deployment, super fast and it cuts really smooth. I like to do the Spidey flick, so it's like this. But I really switch it up. Go like this, go like this, flip it upside down, and just put my middle finger and just flick it down. Or some people like to hold the compression lock and flick it out. I don't like that method. I don't know why. I don't like it. I just like flicking it out like that. Or like that, but it's smooth enough to do any opening method. It's extremely smooth and nice knife. I know a lot of people said that their paramilitaries come really not smooth out of the box, and I'm trying to get it so the glare's not on the blade. Whatever. It's not smooth out of the box, but mine was really smooth out of the box, and then just putting some Benchmade blue lube on it, which is my favorite lube as of now, it made it extremely smooth. But it was already really smooth out of the box. I could flick it out and use the compression lock to flip it in right out of the box. That was pretty cool. And now it's extremely worn in after me using it and lubing it up and playing with it a bunch, so that is one good thing. The lockup is pretty obvious of why this knife's pretty popular too. It has a lock that's pretty special to the knife. There are a couple other Spyderco have it. One off the top of my mind is the Junior, and I don't really know what other ones have it, but it's called the compression lock. And some say it's a reverse liner lock, which it's kind of reminiscent of a liner lock and reversed, but it is stronger. And I'm not going to get into it. It's a whole different video if I wanted to. But it has, let me zoom in on it, it's going to be kind of hard to show you otherwise. It has a little notch, if you see it right there, has that little notch in it, which then, a liner lock, okay, so I'll show you. So that little notch moves and then slips into that pin right there, that bushing system, okay? And it makes for an extremely strong lock. Just like lockbacks are really strong knives. Same system it has, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Let's bring in, this is what I have on hand, Buck 110. If you look at, it's a lockback, and it has that same little notch in the blade. Let me see if it will, let me zoom in on this also. I'm just pulling you guys everywhere. Let's see, will it focus? Focus. There we go. See that notch? And that notch is then, you pull the blade, fits into that bar on the back, and then it slips in a lock and makes for a super strong lock. That's why lockbacks are such strong knives. Same thing with the compression lock, does the same thing. And some people would say it's a reverse liner, but a liner is just a piece of metal or whatever in the center on a onto the bottom of the blade, just a piece of metal, and they're resting on each other. This is actually fitting into something, so it's a lot stronger. The handle material is a G10, and obviously this is the digi-cam version of it, which I think is a lot nicer than any other one, the digi-cam. So that's pretty cool. And it's really nice in the hand. The texturing's not too rough, and it's not too soft where it's not functional. It's definitely a nice functional G10. It's just right in the perfect center of all the G10s. The ergonomics is just ridiculous. That's one of the main reasons why people like this. It just fits in anyone's hand, it seems like. In mine, it just looks like it fits perfect, as you can see. Jimping is extremely nice. That thumb ramp's got some built-in jimping on the liner. I should zoom in for this too. Got it right there, built-in jimping on the liner. The glare, there we go. And then you got a finger choil right here with jimping on it too, so you can choke up on it. I don't choke up on it ever. I just use that grip with the finger choil in the G10. But that's just me. Some others prefer choking up on that choil they give you. The clip design is that Spyderco Hourglass, pretty popular on most of their Spyderco's clip. It's a really nice clip and just really basic, really strong. But it's not too strong. This one's actually like less strong than on most Spyderco's. You see, I mean, I can pick it up pretty easily, so it slips in the pocket nice, but it doesn't bend out easy or anything like that. And when I first got it, the screws were loose. That's something about Spyderco. That's just the company. Well, actually, yeah, it is Spyderco. When it came out, the screws were kind of loose and went back and forth. Tightening up, it was fine. And I wanted to switch it to tip down anyways, so it's okay. But the screws were kind of loose from a rival. But whatever, no big deal. It is fine now. It's a really tight, nice pocket clip. Then the durability of this knife is again of one of those things that goes without really explaining or talking about. It's extremely durable, especially with that compression lock. It's such a strong knife, and for EDC you'll definitely never have a problem with durability. hard use tactical, emergency defensive. It's all going to be good rolls, food prep, anything, and it's definitely going to be way more durable, and I don't think this knife will ever fail you. It's never failed me, and it is just an amazing lockup, and everything about this knife is extremely durable. The value really depends. If you're just talking about the production paramilitary 2s, not the sprint runs or anything, you're looking, like I said, it's really kind of hard to give you a value because they are kind of sought after. So some guys will jack up the prices just because, like on eBay, because they know people want them and they can't find them in stock. But if you find them in stock from just a dealer that just got them from Spyderco, you can get them for a really good price, in my opinion. I got mine for $120, and I got the last one, so that was really lucky. So that's pretty much for value. But in the end, it's a really cool knife. It's kind of semi-custom, and I know it's kind of weird when I say that. Most of you guys are like, what, semi-custom? It's because customs are usually kind of hard to come around, and if you get them, you have to wait. And that's kind of what the whole thing of this. They're kind of hard to find. People pre-order them. So that's why I kind of think it's like a semi-custom. And also the handle on the digi-cam version, they're all different. And customs are usually all different because they're handmade. But these digi-cam handles are always different. I know I saw videos on YouTube where this little part where there's no, like, it's just tan. It was up here and almost like half of it was just tan. And I personally wouldn't prefer that, but it is what it is. So I mean, mine's luckily down here and it's like exactly how I like it. A nice, well, even pattern, but they're all different. So I think that's pretty cool. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. Please comment, rate, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and this is a review of my Paramilitary 2, my most favorite knife. Alright guys, thank you. See ya.